This is Hung Over Hand Right, and this is the UFC Fight Night Dawson versus Green preview show from the awesome Apex with all the 500 fans.
Hell yeah!
Love the Apex.
Cheers.
So much. Yeah, see that?
But this thing is actually like low key, kind of a banger card.
I'm excited about it.
We're gonna talk just main card. We're gonna start with Alex Morono versus Joaquin Buckley. Alex Morono, the Great White.
Great White.
23-8, coming off a win over Tim Means. Fighting out of Houston, 33 years old, 5 feet 11 inches tall, trains at Fortis MMA. Joaquin Buckley, New Monza, 16-6, coming off a win over Andre Fialho, who is fighting tonight at the time of recording. Fighting out of St. Louis, but I believe he trains in Michigan with this Murcielago MMA. 29 years old, 5 feet 10 inches tall. This is the ultimate, like, David versus Goliath when you just look at him. Morono is soft and, got a tiny bald head and just doesn't move athletically, and then Buckley's just a physical freak.
Yeah. Weirdo.
I think we know who the better fighter is in this matchup. It's Morono.
Yes.
I just don't know if that's going to matter.
No,
I don't. I'm in agreement.
That's what I have too. I think Buckley's just too powerful, too
wild.
athletic.
Now, you go through Morono's record, and he has, like, low-key put together, like, a pretty good little career. His only losses are Pons, short notice. He was beating him.
Mm-hmm.
He won the first 2 rounds. He beat Pettis, or he lost to Pettis, 2020.
Who's that?
Yeah. The Chaos Williams one, it was 27 seconds. Chaos Williams
That's
debut.
what he's known for, too, is pulling that kind of shit off.
And other than that, his wins, Tim Means, Semi the Jedi, Mickey Gall, Cerrone.
Old Donald.
For sure. But
That
he
didn't even look like he showed up.
No. But, beat Max Griffin. Josh Burpin
Keenan
back
Song.
in the day. Like, he's fought some good guys.
Jack
and,
Otto.
yeah,
The name.
Yeah. But, yeah, he's a pretty solid guy. Buckley,
He had a no contest to Nico Price.
Morono.
Yeah, it got overturned.
Oh, overturned. I
what
don't
it was-
remember that.
I don't either.
2017, Morono lost.
To punches.
Price failed a drug test for marijuana.
Oh, okay, so it is a loss.
Okay, so it's a loss.
Another loss. Failed for marijuana.
Yeah.
And it got
2017. That's so fucked.
Yeah.
Buckley Buckley loses, like, he lost Chris Curtis, lost to Imavov. It's just literally when guys are just more technical than him and don't get knocked out.
Plus, Buckley's got a 4-inch reach advantage, which I think he'll use to, he's not going to just throw that out the door.
No. This one's so tough. I think the pick for me, having a hard time. What do you got? Who are you picking?
I got Buckley, unfortunately. I want Morono to win, but I don't know. I don't see it for whatever reason.
Buckley as well. Morono's decent, like, everywhere. Like, he's half decent wrestler. He's got some decent
grappler.
power. Yeah, grappling's pretty good. But sometimes, like, he gets hit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
When he gets hit, Buckley, if he hits you, got power. Obviously, he's athletic as shit. Everybody knows him from the Kasanyana or whatever his name is.
Oh, Kasanganai.
Yeah, Kasanganai. I was close.
Yeah.
I said Kasangana.
You knew what he meant, John.
The spinning back
and
head kick.
that one actually, not only was it a highlight reel, but that's actually aged pretty well considering Impa Kasanganai went over to PFL and he's been pretty good over there.
Yeah.
But this Southpaw be orthodox here. Buckley being the Southpaw, the right hand or the left hand for Buckley is gonna be there.
It's right there.
I think I am gonna pick Buckley, but it hurts me because I'm usually like picking the more skilled guy, Derek Lewis versus fucking DeLima, like who's the more skilled
he
striker.
got flying Masvidal.
Yeah. But
I think Buckley's going to take it, man.
I do think Buckley's going to catch him. Odds. Am I missing it? Oh, that's the wrong card. That's why.
I was like, what?
Minus 178 Buckley, plus 153 Morono. Oh, wow. It opened Buckley plus 130 and has been hammered.
Really? Okay.
Well, I think that makes our picks probably
Now, what are the votes
seem a little
on?
better.
Yeah.
385 votes, 73% Buckley, 86% by KO/TKO.
Is that our lowest community predictions
I think
there?
so. Sometimes we get like 900
Yeah.
something.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think Buckley's going to knock him out.
I mean, Morono. So 3 out of his 8 losses are knockouts. 5 are decisions. Never been submitted. I don't know, man. It's tough.
It'd be cool to see him sub him.
I was gonna say I'd love to see him wrestle, but you go
Buckley's
through.
never been subbed. So
No, but you go
Either
through
of 'em.
Morono's. Like I went through Morono's past fights, and he does not. I mean, he hit one takedown on Tim Means. It was literally the one that finished the fight, I
Yeah.
think. And then other than that, he has not hit a single takedown, except like all the way back in March of 2019. He hit one against Zach Otto.
yeah, I don't know. He's tough. He gets in these dirty little skirmishes sometimes where it kind of gets him in trouble. But he's tough. He can take a punch, but it's hard to take a punch from Buckley.
He's too. I mean, I don't want to say too bouncy, but he's like very bouncy to where it almost seems like when he does sit down on his punches, they know, like, they're coming because the rest of the time he's just bouncing.
Right.
So I think Buckley is going to know. He's going to know when the punches are coming, and Buckley he can eat a punch too. Like he got like head kicked one time and stuff, but aside from that, he's pretty durable.
Yeah, I mean, he got knocked out. It was his debut against Holland or something like that.
Yeah, short notice.
That's Kevin Holland,
Yeah,
The guy doesn't like to win.
I guess he has been knocked out 4 times, 4 of his 6 losses.
Well, Action Man beat him.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing Morono. I mean, he does hit hard relative to like his body like type.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I think Buckley's gonna find him.
Agreed.
Anything else?
What's that over there?
We're all going Buckley, huh? Next up,
Still hitting.
Felipe Leans versus Iwan Cutelaba. Felipe Leans, Monstro, 17-5 on a 3-fight winning streak since going down to 205.
Nice.
Fighting out of Brazil, 38 years old, 6 feet 2 inches tall. Iwan, is it Iwan or Eon? I don't know. Cutelaba, the Hulk, 17-9-1. Coming off a win over Tanner Bozer in Kansas City. We were there. It sucked. Fighting out of Vegas, 29 years old, 6 feet 1 inches tall. Top team versus Extreme Couture here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. We might see some MMA math here because Felipe got his ass knocked out by Tanner, and then Eon knocked out Tanner out.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I mean, Leans, he won the $1 million in PFL, and he came to the UFC. Decision lost to Arlovsky, knocked out by Bozer. Had 6 cancellations in a row.
Holy
That's
shit.
ridiculous.
And then
3 with Ben Rothwell.
Yeah, that seems to happen lately for Ben. And then he's 3-0 at light heavyweight, including knocking out OSP in 49 seconds.
See, here's the thing. I've always been a Cutelaba fan, but he seems to be that kind of guy to where he gets a good win and then he loses 2 or 3 in a row, and then he gets another good win and keeps himself around. And
not only that, but it's either win like in the first 2 minutes or lose in the following 3 of the first round.
Gas a bit.
Sometimes he loses in the second, but it's a lot of first round like subs or knockouts.
I started off being a huge fan of this guy, and now I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't have much faith in him anymore.
I mean, the good thing about Cutelaba is he's fought like tough dudes
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Kennedy, Johnny Walker, Ryan Spann, Devin Clark. Not really tough, but Ankalaev twice,
which is gnarly.
Khalil, Glover, Cannonier back in the day. So, I mean, I think Leans is going to survive.
Think so?
2 minutes and then take over.
That's what I'm kind of thinking too. And I do hate to say that because I would rather see Cutelaba get it because I'm still a fan, but he's just, I don't have any. Fact that he's coming off of a win kind of scares me.
Yeah, I'm still going with Cutelaba. I think
it's one of the harder ones for me.
Leans he's a little wild, with the striking, and then his last fight against Grisham, who was also a former heavyweight, he got him up against the fence and held and controlled him for a lot of that fight, but he could not take him down. Like the commentary was even like kind of critical about like how he gets him up against the fence and he just doesn't seem to know how to wall wrestle that well.
Yeah, I think he likes to stand in front of you. He likes to. I think it's almost sometimes he wants to counter. Obviously, it's all about who you're fighting, and he's got power. He's got some length to him too. But I think I don't know. Just when he sits flat-footed sometimes, and I think Cutelaba's got enough power and
I can see it
to get to him.
I can see it going that way.
I mean, only 1 inch height difference, but Leans is going to definitely be like the bigger guy, at least with his upper body.
Yeah.
His legs are not that big, but his upper body's big.
3 inch reach,
and he's in really good shape. Like he's jacked,
quite a bit older.
Yeah, what did I say? 38. That is worrying.
It's 8 years older.
Yeah, 38 years old. I'm gonna pick Leans. I mean, I guess look at the odds. I'm trying to method. I'm not real sure on.
Plus 105 for Cutelaba and minus 125 for Leans.
Yep. It's kind of gone up and down, but it opened at minus 150, so it hasn't changed a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Leans. I honestly I could see it being a decision because Leans is just not.
Finisher.
He's not a prolific knockout artist, and he also isn't like he's a good, decent wrestler, but he's not like a submission guy either. It doesn't seem like. And he's kind of okay with playing that game a little bit, like just on the feet, touching, big overhand that misses.
I'm hoping it's a back and forth competitive fight and not just one-sided boring ass bullshit the whole time,
Is Cutelaba gonna get tired as fuck after going crazy?
He needs to address that.
It's hard to even know. Like the Bozer one, like was his cardio good for that? Well, it lasted 2 minutes, so we don't even know. It might have been the best cardio he's ever had, but
we'll see.
He's kind of a wild card.
Wow. 429 votes. 64% Cutelaba, 84% KO TKO.
I mean, I agree with that percentage also. Even though I somehow think Lindsay's going to pull it off, like I'm not mad at that. Makes sense.
I think Cutelaba's going to knock him out.
I hope so.
I'm picking Lean's decision officially.
I agree. Same.
You going Lean's?
Lean's decision.
Yeah. Not something I'm probably betting on or anything.
No, I wouldn't bet on this fight.
You cannot bet on
Stay away from
Cutelaba. I mean, I guess if there was like a Cutelaba within the first 2 minutes prop or something, but there's not. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Cutelaba round 1, something like that, maybe. Anything else?
No.
Nah.
Next up, Bill Algeo versus Alexander Hernandez. Bill Algeo, Senor Perfecto. Not even Mexican. He's from Pennsylvania.
One of the funniest promos we've ever seen.
Yeah.
We saw it live.
Yeah, in Kansas City. He said he pulled a Colby out. And
would never retire in a dump like KC. Full of a bunch of crockware and Bud Light drinking.
He could have been fighting anywhere.
He would have said that. Yeah, I think that was just rehearsed.
Except for Pennsylvania, obviously.
What the King of Prussia is the name of the town?
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
He's coming off a win in Kansas City over TJ Brown. That was kind of a banger until the finish. I watched it back.
He hurt him with an elbow.
Yeah. Yeah, like short, like lead elbow, I think. Yeah, fighting out of Pennsylvania. 34 years old, 6 feet tall. Alexander Hernandez, the great ape, 14-6, coming off a win over Jim Miller. Honestly, looked pretty good in that fight.
Mhm.
And it's also extremely impressive. Jim Miller.
Fighting out of San Antonio, 31 years old, 5 feet 9 inches tall. He's fighting out of San Antonio, but he at least does his camps at Factory X in Colorado. But Hernandez, he can't decide what weight class he wants to fight at.
Yeah. You don't know what he wants to do.
I mean, he fought Moicano at lightweight, and then the next fight, Billy at featherweight, then Jim Miller at lightweight. Now this is a featherweight.
Right.
Yeah. He's just bouncing, probably just going off of matchups and
The
guys he thinks he can beat.
Billy Q fight is like the blueprint.
Yeah.
Hernandez beat the shit out of him in the first round, busted him up bad, took him down a couple times. And then the second round, about halfway through, tries to shoot a takedown, can't, it gets stuffed, and he's just dead.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
He's huffing and puffing, gets finished.
when Hernandez beat Cerrone, it wasn't a really bad night for Cerrone. Like, Cerrone looked pretty good
Lost.
in that fight. Huh?
Hernandez lost to him.
He did?
Yeah.
Why was I thinking that he beat him? Oh, okay, it was the head. Okay. Fuck.
Yeah.
I had that one backwards.
The thing is, like, I've seen a couple fights where head kicks have gotten through on him. I don't know why that is, but the only thing is, like, I mean, I think Algeo has the chin and is capable of surviving like Billy Q did.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if Algeo can like make him wrestle, like can be as competitive in the wrestling to make him work as hard.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Billy's a pretty good wrestler.
Algeo's good on the ground too. He's pretty decent
Yeah.
off his back, but he's, I don't know. That's what I picked. I went with Hernandez. I went with
So did I.
I'm going Algeo because I do think Algeo he does like have a high work rate on the feet. Like he's gonna make Alex have to either wrestle or throw a lot of strikes. And at featherweight, I'm not sure I trust Hernandez's gas tank.
yeah. I mean, big question mark I put down was when I was watching some of his fights. I was like, what Hernandez are we going to get?
Mhm. The Jim Miller one obviously is at 55, didn't cut as much weight, but also Jim he kind of boxed with him at range and fought that way. He shot one takedown, I think, in the first round. And so it kind of just depends on how you fight him. If you let him strike, because he's a good striker and he's a pretty good wrestler.
Mhm.
It's
Right.
just the gas tank.
Yeah.
But
Which is weird. His gas tank should be solid for a wrestler.
yeah, Algeo, I'm not a big fan of him. I don't like the way he fights, and it's not even the Kansas City thing. It's the way he fights. Hands down, gets hit a lot.
Mhm.
I'm not a big fan of either of these guys, to be honest with
Well,
you.
no, same.
I don't really care about this fight.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
I
not
think it's
gonna-
going to be fun.
I hope so.
I mean, Bill Algeo, as much as I don't like the way he fights, his fights always are good because he gets hit and he hits the other guy a lot. He throws 5.93 strikes,
6.
or he actually lands almost 6 per minute,
Yeah.
which is a lot. But he absorbs 4.32.
Yeah, defense isn't that great on it.
But Hernandez's striking accuracy only 40%. I don't know. I think Bill's going to get hit for sure, but I think he's going to. I don't know if it's going to be a wrestling pace, but I think he's going to put the pace on him. Like,
Yeah, if
we
you go
got to throw
for
a
history,
lot.
you need to.
Odds
-145 for
Algeo
Senor Perfecto.
plus 125. Hernandez, Algeo open -115. So a little bit of money's coming on him. I like Algeo personally, but it sounds like you guys would be more likely to lay.
Yeah, these
lay
odds
the money on
aren't
the
as a lot of these fights. These odds aren't crazy. These like
No.
Yeah. Not a lot going
favorites
on.
aren't huge.
I'm
like
taking Alex just because he looked good against Jim Miller. His last fight. I mean, I got to judge him off his last fight.
He's definitely the more technical striker
like
and
Alex
probably the
more.
more talented wrestler.
Yeah. I want to like him more too, but it's something about, I don't know. He came in real cocky, tried to play the Darren Till card, and it didn't work out for him. And then he kind of just
he's
put in the
ever
shadows.
since then he's been just super up and down. I mean, a lot of downs. 458 votes, 71% Algeo, 70% by decision. I agree with that. I'm probably thinking decision. Algeo's not. He doesn't hit super hard.
I'd take Hernandez by decision.
He could definitely win the first 2 rounds and just edge it out. Yeah.
Survive, not be dead tired.
He's just got to. He's. I mean, the Billy Q fight again. He threw too much and he wrestled too much. Like, you need to slow down.
I guess the question is Mike Bell going to be one of the?
I don't know.
Fucking judges.
Chris Lieben might. He judges first fight of the night.
Yeah,
and he's doing another one later.
Yeah, but I trust Chris Lieben.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He might get it right. Anything else there?
No. Just hope for a good fight is all.
It'll be fun.
Well, who was it?
Algeo's going to make it fun.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of how he is. What were you saying?
No, never mind.
Next up, Drew Dober versus Ricky Glenn. Drew Dober, no nickname. Not a big fan of that.
Should have been Drew
I
the
like
Chin.
I like it.
Crimson Chin.
Yeah.
26-12, coming off of a shitty loss to Matt Frivola. He was winning, got knocked out.
Yep.
Fighting out of Denver, 34 years old, 5'8". Ricky the Gladiator Glenn, 22-7-2, coming off a loss to Christos Giagos, early knockout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not good.
Fighting out of Milwaukee, 34 years old, 6 feet tall.
Not good, especially when you have that many fights under your belt already. Getting clipped in the first round.
He's got a lot of fights, and he's only 34, and he is like, it's just a UFC career full of layoffs.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot of experience, has had a ton of layoffs, and is still only 34 years old.
Yeah. I mean, to go and to have a draw with Grant Dawson and then go and get knocked out by Giagos, like, I know it's MMA, but fuck.
I don't know. I wonder. The Giagos one. I mean, we saw Giagos lose to Zellhuber last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever. Yeah. I feel like that might go a little different.
I think this is one of the easier ones on the card. I think Dober's got it all day long.
Really?
I picked Dober as well.
I think Dober will get it done.
Ricky Glenn. I mean, he has wins over Dennis Bermudez, Gavin Tucker. That's pretty much it.
And when he lost to Giagos, that's the first time he's ever been knocked out.
Yeah.
In his career. That's the first time.
Yeah.
And I bet you the UFC is pushing Drew Dober a lot more, and they want him to win.
I mean, they're both not young.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm just saying, like, as far as relevancy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're probably right there. But
I mean, Ricky Glenn, I feel like because of his inactivity, he's kind of underrated. Like, I think he's pretty solid. Mm-hmm. And then it doesn't help that you look at him and you're like, this guy looks like he cooks meth or something. Like, but
shout out.
I think I am going to pick Drew Dober.
Yeah. I think it's a safe, easy bet right there.
But I don't know if Ricky Glenn's tough to finish. I mean, maybe he got his chin permanently cracked last time. I don't know. But Southpaw v. Southpaw. So Dober, I mean, he needs to chop them down with the low kicks.
I see Dober getting TKO within the first 2 rounds, but even winning a decision if he doesn't.
Yeah.
Out grappling him.
Minus 350 Dober. Holy shit.
As soon as I say something.
That is too wide for me. It opened at minus 410, so some money's come in on Ricky Glenn. That's way too wide for me.
Think so?
As soon as I go and say it's not.
Dober got iced out his last time.
Not his last fight.
Yeah.
Oh, was his last? I thought he was
Matt Frivola.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, he had a little streak before that, I think, but yeah, I mean, he knocked out Bobby Green,
Rafael Alves, Terrence McKinney. Those are all solid wins.
Yeah. I'm picking Dober, but minus 350 is
he beat Alexander Hernandez.
Too wide for me.
And Nazareth Hackbrass.
He lost to Islam Makhachev.
Who's Islam?
Probably some
Makhachev.
Oh, some turd.
Yeah, I'm picking Dober. Don't like that price, but
that's a big spread there.
I think Dober probably does find the chin.
Yeah, I got Dober.
But man, Dober just he needs to stop relying on his chin so much.
Yeah, he needs to quit playing the tough guy.
Yeah,
military card. Whatever.
He just comes forward and just does not care.
Yeah, well, he did it with Bobby Green. I mean, kept coming forward, and Bobby
was touching him a lot.
He just, Drew Dober's just a big motherfucker and caught him.
And also Bobby Green can't win. Yeah, there we go.
That's the biggest one.
502 votes.
That is the biggest.
98% Drew Dober.
The biggest we've seen. Yeah, was 97.
That's the biggest spread between votes.
87% KO TKO. That.
Well, I feel really good.
That might have my prediction right now.
Just getting knocked out last time.
No, I think it has to do with the not a whole lot of people knowing who the fuck Ricky Glenn is.
Yeah. That's. I mean, the weird thing is,
like I said, Dober's got a bigger face and name in the UFC, so that could have a lot to do with it.
I mean, he made his debut in Ricky Glenn made his debut in 2016. So I mean, that kind of just shows the level of inactivity he's had, where people still don't know him.
Yeah. He'll be forgettable.
He beat Dennis Bermudez.
Well, that's good.
But
old Dennis, though.
I mean, yeah, maybe it was in 2018. But yeah, I don't know. I like Ricky Glenn. I feel like at his best can definitely at least hang with Drew Dober. At least, maybe even finish him.
Why don't you hammer down on Glenn then?
I don't know.
Win all the fucking money.
Man. You're tempting me.
It's a huge spread.
Yeah, that's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, I don't agree with those percentages at all. I would say that more like 70-30%.
I'm not going to bet on it probably, but I'm flipping my pick. I'm picking Ricky Glenn.
Wow,
I'm picking him knockout.
Oh, you got a knockout Dober.
Could sub him, but probably going knockout.
I think
put a little bit of money on it, John.
I think Dober finishes him in the second. I might bet you on that one.
I mean, Ricky Glenn, 22 wins. He has 11 knockouts, 5 subs, 6.
He can be.
He's
good. No, he's dangerous.
Yeah, Ricky Glenn. Picking him.
Hammer it.
I'm going to join the 2%. I'm a 2%er, Dylan.
Yeah, totally.
2%er.
Anything else?
Nah, that's a crazy spread though.
Yeah. Co-main. Joe Pyfer versus Abdul Razak Alhassan. The UFC likes this guy. Body bags, Joe Pyfer.
It's a pretty cool nickname.
It is cool.
11-2, coming off 4 wins in a row.
I like that.
Fighting out of Pennsylvania. He's trains with Sean Brady and Andre Petrosky. 27 years old, 6'2". Abdul Razak Alhassan, Judo Thunder. 12-5.
Cool.
Yeah. Coming off a win over Claudio Ribeiro.
From Ghana.
Knocked him out.
From Ghana. Fighting out of Arlington, Texas. 38 years old. Damn, I didn't know he was that old.
That's quite an age difference there.
This is like
11 years.
The height difference isn't like crazy. I mean, it's like 4 inches, but Pyfer is big.
Yeah.
For middleweight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's only 6'2", but like he just looks huge.
No, he does. He's got like broad shoulders. Seems pretty long torso.
Like Gerald Mearshart is a pretty big middleweight.
We got Dirty Bird walking out right now.
Gerald Mearshart's a pretty big middleweight, and he looked massive compared to Mearshart.
Mm-hmm.
Razak Alhassan is a brick shithouse.
Yeah, he's
throws murder bombs. But
he's from Minneapolis?
He's not. He's just not. I mean, he's a judo black belt or whatever, but
why does he have the Ghana flag if he was born in Minneapolis? Get out of here with that shit, man.
Is he?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that.
Usman.
And Leon Edwards. Well, I guess Leon was born in Jamaica.
I just don't see what Abdul Razak Alhassan does here to win, other than knock him out with one punch.
Yeah.
And I don't see that happen.
I agree.
Yeah. Yep. Just one of my notes, I just put lots of power, but is stiff.
Yeah.
Just stand in the pocket, stiff, and I don't know. I just don't see. I'm like, he can get touched. I just put that he's a specimen with lots of power. Obviously, if he connects with somebody, you're probably going to sleep. But
now, you mentioned triangles earlier. There's a little triangle going on here. Buckley beat him by a split.
Mm-hmm.
He beat Alessio Di Chirico with a head kick. Alessio Di Chirico head kick Buckley.
Yeah.
So
The MMA gods just say, we're going to fuck with
Buckley
everybody's
made
head.
his fucking name off of head kicks.
yeah, Buckley did, or Alhassan did add, like, he had a little wrestling wrinkle in the Buckley fight. I watched it earlier, but Joe Pyfer beat Gerald Mearshart in a grappling match after he knocked him out, and beat Eric Anders in a grappling match. So I'm just not seeing the wrestling being a factor.
Yeah. Well, the Judo Thunder guy, Abdul Razak Alhassan or whatever the
Get it
fuck.
out.
Today, Junior.
What a name.
What about him?
He fucking, when he was fighting Buckley, when they were doing their face off and shit,
Yeah.
Buckley was like, here, I got you a card. And he's all nice to him. You know, it looked like a goddamn birthday card, like, or something. And Al-Hassan's like, did you bring a gun? And Buckley's like, nah, I didn't bring a gun. He goes, well, you're going to need it. And Buckley's like, all right, man, let's...
I'm
I'm from
let's-
St. Louis.
He kind of looks at him. He's like, all right, man, let's just make this money. And Al-Hassan's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Buckley's like, I'm going to still have to knock you
Buckley, I
out.
feel like
Al-Hassan's like, sure.
he's he's on the short list of, like, would bring a gun. Like, you know? Because he said the N-word in the interview after.
Yeah,
Or
he's
like,
like,
yelled it at the
"Shit."
camera. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But no, I'm picking Joe Pyfer probably by knockout.
I have the same thing.
Same.
Pyfer's pretty
thing
good at countering.
as well.
He's just got he's got the Connor stance a little bit, not quite as sideways, but he paused with the lead hand and he has the right hand just glued to his face.
And like you said, UFC likes that guy, so
Yes.
matchmakers are going to favor him and whatever they
He's
they
boys.
see something.
He's boys with Sean Brady and Petrosky. He's got, I can't remember what it is, but he's got some crazy backstory. Like his dad was like super abusive or something.
Shitty
Did
childhood.
he shovel sand?
Yeah.
Worse.
Minus 350 Joe Pyfer. Plus 285 Abdul Razak Alhassan.
This is another spread now. Is that
Pyfer
something?
opened 350, went all the way up or down to 300, now back to 350. So
Yeah, I think UFC likes this guy.
91.9%.
461 votes, 91% Pyfer. 81% by KOTKO. I'm on board with that.
I
I
agree.
can see it.
I'm about it.
Pyfer's got to be smart. Obviously, Al-Hassan's got a lot of power. He's a brick shit house. But
I mean, 5 losses for Alhassan, only one by knockout, the rest by decision. So, but
He's still a loser though. You know what I'm saying?
I think Pyfer, he's got the boxing to do it. He's got good hands, and he's fast for how big he is.
Isn't he a redhead?
Yeah, kind of.
He's a bald ginger, right?
I guess it's the same picture, but yeah, I think he is redheaded.
really short hair. But he did look at it. In that picture, he looks long as shit. Like,
Yeah, he does.
for the weight class. Like
Yeah.
his torso's long as hell.
Anything else there?
Nah.
Let's go body bags.
It's a cool name.
Yeah, it is a
Yes.
cool nickname.
Main event.
Brand
I'm
Dawson.
actually-
Here we go.
I'm actually pretty excited about this one.
Of course
Yeah.
you are.
Why?
'Cause you're a Bobby Green
No.
fanboy.
No, actually,
I like Grant Dawson.
Grant Dawson.
I
too.
like Grant Dawson as well, and he's gonna smoke his ass.
Grant Dawson versus Bobby Green. Grant Dawson, KGD, 21-1, coming off of a million wins in a row. Well, a draw mixed in there too.
Solid fucking.
Fighting out of Coconut Creek, ATT. 29 years old, 5 feet 10 inches tall. Bobby Green, King, 30-14-1, coming off of a win over Tony Ferguson. Fighting out of California, 37 years old, 5 feet 10 inches tall.
Shell of Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, I watched that one back, and
Tony's awful.
yes, but I also was like more impressed with Bobby than I remember being at the time, because
He put on a
Bobby
little
had
bit
some
of a
trouble
clinic.
early with him, but Tony's like the most awkward fucking guy in the world. Moves
Well,
weird.
then we had the
and
eye poke.
Bobby, yeah.
Yeah, and then Tony blamed all of it on that eye poke.
But Bobby, before that, like he figured him out on
Yeah.
the feet and was touching him. Because when we watched it, we were obviously drunk and shit. I thought Bobby
For
was
sure.
missing with everything, but watching it back, I was like, no, he was hitting him.
I didn't
Clean.
remember Bobby missing much. I remember him just tagging him up, and then fucking Tony was just trying to get him on the ground.
Bobby, this is a very obvious statement, but Bobby would piece him up in a striking match. Grant gets
Yes.
hit a lot
Yeah.
on the feet. Problem is, Grant is like one of the best, not only wrestlers but back takers in the UFC.
Yes,
he does it to everybody. He fought Marco Madsen, who's like a Norwegian Olympic wrestler. Took him down, took it back first round. I don't know if he subbed him. I don't know if he subbed him in the first round.
I think Dawson's gonna sub him or two. I could see him winning by a lot of fucking ways. Honestly,
yeah, I think
he just knows how to get it done.
Bobby's only been subbed twice in his career, but I mean,
the blueprint is Islam. I mean, Islam subbed him in the first round, took his back, subbed him.
Yeah, I got Dawson winning. It's not if he's going to take you down, but when. You know, he's strong as shit. He's pretty tough too.
Actually, I lied. Islam ground and pounded him, but he still took him down up against the fence.
No, I know that Bobby's got the more experienced, sharper hands.
Yes.
But I still think Grant Dawson can piece him up too, and I still think he can hurt him a little bit, and maybe not knock him out because Bobby Green's just one of those guys. But
I don't know.
I think he can. I think he surprised him just like Khabib surprised Conor and fucking clocked his ass in that one fight.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the threat of the wrestling. That's the thing. I don't know if Bobby's going to be able to let the hands go because of the wrestling. So it's the age old, Dustin not letting the hands go against Khabib type thing.
Yeah. As long as Grant stays away from, is weary of something crafty coming from Bobby, because everybody in the world knows Grant's going to try and take him down.
Yep.
So Grant's got to know that Bobby knows that. So as long as something crazy doesn't happen,
74% takedown D for Bobby Green. I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah.
No,
it's not going to matter.
That is a good takedown percentage, especially with the amount of fights that motherfucker's had, but I don't think it'll matter either.
I'm picking Grant.
Grant Dawson's not going to get his first real loss off of Bobby Green. Let's just put it that way.
No, I mean, Bobby, I feel like he's better than people think. Probably more than you think.
I just more so can't stand the guy. I know he's good.
I looked it up. He's like 7th among active lightweights
in history, right?
Well, what I was looking at was active with significant strikes defended, I think. Which, I mean, active lightweights, I don't know how impressive that is, but because there's, 100 of them maybe.
Yeah.
But still.
I remember reading off a stat recently to where he was top 5 or 6 in his weight class history on something that I did not expect. And then I remember going, "Hey Johnny, guess who's number 5 is?" You're like, "Who?" Because none of us. Do you remember what I'm talking about? It was in here. We were talking about some crazy stat.
Was it some defensive or takedown D or something?
It might have been overall strikes in the whole division. Landed.
That kind of rings a bell now.
And it was "Holy shit, Bobby Green's number 5?"
Yeah.
He hurt him again.
Yeah, Tim's about to put him away.
Grant Dawson -351, +276. Bobby Green. Grant open 335. Some money's come in on him. Tapology 457 votes and 90% Dawson, 61 by sub. That's, I think, sub. I'm gonna say 3rd round. I think Bobby will survive a couple rounds, but he's gonna almost get sub before that.
Yeah,
probably.
I think Grant gets it done early in the second.
I could see that too. I wanted to pick him in the first, but he's still not Islam. Islam got him out of there in the first. I don't think Grant's quite there, but
no. Unfortunately,
I do think Grant has a pretty good shot of having a belt in the UFC at one point in his career.
Just gotta get a few guys out of the way.
Tough weight class, obviously,
right?
But I mean, he's, how did I say, 29? So he's
got
right in the
times now.
Yeah,
he's got time. He'll be in his prime for another 2 or 3 years.
And this is it's not an easy matchup, but this is one of the easier matchups of the top guys for him. Stylistically.
Yeah. Most definitely. I think it's just an easy cut and dry win.
I think he's gonna win. It's just the only 2 subs for Bobby Green kind of shocked me. I thought there was he lost a couple more times via sub or something.
So did I, honestly.
But, yeah, only 2 subs in his entire career.
Where are they?
A knee bar and something else.
I'm not even.
Probably an RNC. The knee bar was up top.
Yeah, knee bar to Shapiro.
That's a grappling match.
That was a grappling,
shit. So yeah, it might have been a while ago.
Dan Lozon in 2009.
Well, that makes sense.
And
Lozon was a fucking
a
murderer.
couple of these
back
don't
then.
have methods, so it might be one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a long time. Anything else?
No, I think
so.
it's a pretty
I'm ready to
solid
watch
card.
Tim Means
Be fun to watch.
knock this fool out.
I like this card. Like when I started looking through it, I was like, damn, this is actually like pretty solid. So it'll be fun. We'll be live for it.
Yeah. Our audio will be good.
By the time this gets dropped, we'll have been live for this Fizzy versus Gamrot card. So go back and watch that. And
Do it now.
We will see you next time.
Like and
Hey,
subscribe.
Do that.
For
at
real.
HOR Podcast on Instagram, at Hungover Handwrite TikTok.
Add us all on Instagram. We'll talk
Yes.
shit.
It's in the description.
See you next time.
Later.
Peace.